Derby County, who've just been relegated from the 2nd to the 3rd Division. This report from David Burton.
Well, the news will certainly have come as a bombshell to Newcastle United fans. 7 days after Kevin Keegan's final farewell against Liverpool, Arthur Cox, the architect of the promotion success, has gone too. Cox joined United in September '81 from 3rd Division Chesterfield. It took him 3 seasons to build a side capable of getting back into the top flight. And when he and Keegan achieved that aim, it seemed that he had a job at St James's Park for life. But speculation was growing that the manager's position wasn't secure even then.
I've said very little about the situation at this club because I don't think I'd help him by actually putting my weight behind him. I did it once before when I felt it was genuinely needed to be said, and I think I'm pleased to say I've been proved right on that point. But I don't want to say anything now that could be detrimental to Arthur Cox. Whatever he decides to do in the future, I wish him the very, very best of luck because he deserves it.
And at St James's Park today, Arthur Cox wasn't saying anything either about his reasons for quitting or what the future holds for him. For a man who's always shunned publicity and let his players do the talking, Cox wasn't going to change the habits of a lifetime. But how did the chairman react?
It was really unexpected. But again, the man who's going to be concerned with signing a contract, he has the last word. I mean, I spoke to Arthur Cox for some considerable time over the last 10 to 14 days, and as you know yourself, that all the time he's been at St James's Park, I've had a very good relationship with him. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that Mr. Cox has got anything up his sleeve for going somewhere else. In fact, I'm pretty certain he hasn't. He didn't agree with the terms of contract.
Another bone of contention was the amount of money that would be available for them to strengthen the side during the closed season.
This all materialised through the press. I mean, nobody has been able to state definitely that Newcastle United were not going to assist Arthur Cox as far as the purchase of players is concerned. Let's be honest. I mean, we found the money for Keegan, we found the money for Rhoda, we found the money for Thompson. We spent a lot of money in the last couple of years.
What steps will you be taking now? He's obviously left a tremendous hole in the club.
For a manager. And if we get a one as good as Arthur Cox, who knows? He'll be taking a trip into Europe with us next year.
Well, Arthur Cox once said that people will only know how good he is when he's gone, and he certainly has gone. Although Mr. Seymour wasn't keen to reveal details of the contract offered, we understand it was for 2 years, with an option on Mr. Cox's part for an additional year after that. But it's my feeling that Cox never felt he had the complete backing of the United board. And with the news that 3rd Division Derby County plan to make an announcement regarding their managerial vacancy tomorrow, there's mounting speculation in the Midlands that Arthur Cox will take over at the baseball ground. A salary of £28,000 a year has been speculated on. That's less than he's currently earning at Newcastle. Inevitably, the guessing game will now start as to who his successor will be. So expect the names of Jack Charlton and Malcolm MacDonald to be thrown into the ring. And what about Keith Birkinshaw, the former United first-team coach? He's, of course, just finished at Tottenham on a high note. And don't forget Bob Stokoe, a man highly regarded in the United boardroom and a man who's done a tremendous job on a shoestring budget at Carlisle. Well, that's about all the names I can think of. Now back to Paul.
The very latest news there on the resignation of Arthur Cox.